Welcome to the Instant Trivia Podcast, episode 1653, where we ask the best trivia on the internet. Let's get started. What water animal produces 650 volts of electricity? Answer. Electric eels. The electric eel is the only species in its genus. Despite the name, it is not an eel, but rather a knife fish. Who was the Prime Minister of the UK throughout the 1980s? Margaret Thatcher. What are the 4 longest rivers in the world? Nile, Amazon, Yangtze, Huanghe. What movie's first sequel featured the subtitle, The Quickening? Highlander. In Shakespeare's Romeo and Juliet, was Romeo a Capulet or a Montague? Montague. Whose Hicktown country music singer first hit single debuted on the radio in 2005? Jason Aldean. What place was rumored to house aliens in the U.S.? Area 51? Which U.S. state has the shortest Atlantic coastline at only about 13 miles long? New Hampshire. Who recorded the song, Don't Get Me Wrong? The Pretenders. After physics, what study did Isaac Newton take up until he published Principia Mathematica? Alchemy. What is the fear of riding in vehicles known as? Ochophobia. Mount Vernon is located in which U.S. state? Virginia. Who won the first Academy Award for Best Actor ever presented? Emil Jannings. What Guns N' Roses star decided his real name, William Bailey, wasn't cool enough? Axl Rose. What year did Jimmy Carter assume office as the 39th President of the United States? 1977. What is the highest number that can be called in a game of bingo? 75. In which city is the Wailing Wall? Jerusalem. What century saw the War of the Roses? The 15th century. What song did Wayne and Garth listen to on their way to the donut shop in the movie Wayne's World? Bohemian Rhapsody. What was Germany's initial strategy for conquering Britain? Answer. First establish air superiority, then send in ground forces. In nautical terms, what does stern mean? Behind. Who opened her first school, Rome's Casa dei Bambini, in 1907? Maria Montessori. What is the complementary color of red? Green. What material did early Venetians use to construct the foundations of their buildings? Answer. Wood. Venice's buildings were built on marshy mud and sand. The wood petrified due to the lack of oxygen in the marshy soil. What did FBI Director J. Edgar Hoover not want people stepping on? His shadow. What does the fairy godmother transform into a coach for Cinderella? A pumpkin? When did actor W.C. Fields die? 1946. Peridot is the birthstone for which month? August. What is the capital of Sudan? Khartoum. What popular 1990s toy was banned from the U.S. National Security Agency's HQ? Furby. It had a recording and repeating function. It could be a problem in a place full of confidential material. The TV show Seinfeld is a show about what? Nothing. What is the capital of the U.S. state North Carolina? Raleigh. What is the name of Warren Beatty's famous sister? Shirley MacLaine. Where is the world's highest inhabited city? Peru. What is the name of the alien race who were the adoptive parents of Samus in the Metroid franchise? The Chozo. Who was the second wife of King Henry VIII of England? Anne Boleyn. Who said, "Women's rights are human rights"? Hillary Clinton, in 1995, when she was the U.S. First Lady. Which London palace was destroyed by fire in 1936? The Crystal Palace. What is nori made from? Seaweed. In the TV show The Simpsons, what comic book series did Comic Book Guy create? Everyman. What was Thomas Edison's nickname? The Wizard of Menlo Park. What was Radar's real first name on the sitcom MASH? Walter. What fell into the pool in the film Caddyshack, which caused a major exodus? A Baby Ruth candy bar. Which two countries make up the island of Hispaniola? Haiti and the Dominican Republic. In what film does Gene Hackman play the sheriff of Big Whiskey, Wyoming? Unforgiven. What do polyandric women have more than one of? Husband. In what country would you find the active volcano Nevado del Ruiz? Colombia. Which major motion film marks Bob Saget's directorial debut? Dirty Work. Which was the first Japanese car produced in the United States? Honda Accord. In what country would you find the mouths of the Limpopo River? Mozambique. That's the end of the show. Thanks for listening. Come back tomorrow for more exciting trivia.